Few people gave this Maryland team a chance as they opened up Big Ten play against Minnesota with an injury-riddled quarterback situation, but Ty Johnson and the Terps didn't flinch, and their head coach, DJ Durkin, joins us now for our Shell campus interview. Coach, how did your team put together that win despite the injury adversity?
Right. Yeah, Michelle, you said at the outset, I think few gave us a chance, and that was really just something we rallied around and built on. And we knew that was going to be the case going into it. And I'm just proud of our guys, how they responded. And really, I thought Max came in and played a great game, managed the game really well, made good decisions. And what we challenged our team to do was, it's not just Max, it's the guys around him have to step up. And mainly our offensive line. And they did a great job. They protected Max. There were 0 sacks in the game. We rushed for about 270 yards, and that was, we said we're going to lean on our O-line, and those guys stepped up. And the running backs, receivers, DJ Moore, Tavon, those guys did a great job going to get the ball. So it was a great team win, and really, offensively speaking, I'm just proud of how those guys were out around each other.
And you mentioned the quarterback change. You didn't seem to have to adjust your offensive scheme around Max Bortenschlager, as some people would have assumed heading into this game. So how did you approach the offense with Max stepping in?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously subtle differences. With Max is now our third quarterback we've played so far this year, and so if you look, probably really closely at when each guy was in, there are some subtle differences, but it's not a wholesale change. And I think part of coaching, that's a huge part of coaching, is being able to tweak things and play to your strengths, play to what your players can do best. So I thought our coaching staff did a great job of that in this game, and that's obviously something that has to continue.
Coach, it's bad to lose one quarterback, but two just seems like complete bad luck, and this isn't the first time you've had to deal with this kind of injury. So how do you manage your entire group despite the tough injury losses, with a lot of speculation on the outside looking in on what you guys will do in response to such tough injuries?
Yeah, I think, this is all part of growing up, learning, and ultimately what playing this great sport is all about, and coaching this great sport. I mean, you learn how to just focus and control what you can control. There's a lot of things that you cannot control, and if you spend time worrying about them, it's just going to drive you crazy. Those injuries were obviously setbacks for our team, for those young men in particular. That's really who our thoughts are with. And you work so hard to go prepare yourself for a season, and it gets cut short. That's hard on those guys. But as a team, what you have to do is you got to bounce back from adversity. I think that's what football teaches you. You get knocked down, you get back up. And so that's an ongoing week-to-week thing. I'm so proud of how our guys responded. Go on the road and get a big win last week, and then obviously you got to come right back the next week then and prepare the same way. And that's how football is. It's what have you done lately?
What's Max Bortenschlager saying through all of this?
Max doesn't say much. He's got a great, quiet confidence about him. It's cool. I mean, his teammates know it. He knows it. He understands it. He doesn't have to say much, but they have confidence in him, and he has confidence in himself. And that's how Max is. He communicates great when he needs to on the field and getting guys in the right calls, right checks. But in terms of just off the field, he's quiet, kind of keeps to himself.
And, Coach, you have Ohio State up next. People counted you out against Texas. They also counted you out against Minnesota. They're likely counting you out against Ohio State. But what is your approach, and what kind of mentality do you hope your team adopts heading into this big game this weekend?
Well, I mean, our team, we know the right way to prepare for a game and put ourselves in position to win. And that's what we have to focus on. You can't forget why you go win a game. So you go have a great road win and everyone's happy and you celebrate, and you should. You got to enjoy those victories, man. And you've also got to come back and say, okay, let's get back to work. Let's remember what got us in position to be able to do that. And, we know we have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us this weekend. They're a great football team, extremely well coached, very talented. And but for us, going out throughout the week, it's about focusing on us and getting ourselves ready.
And if Maryland has a chance in this game, what needs to go well on your side to crack Ohio State?
I don't think things change too much from game to game in terms of we got to win the turnover battle. We got to eliminate explosive plays, and we got to create some explosive plays on our own side of the ball. And a lot of that comes with pursuing the ball and tackling well on defense. And guys making plays on offense. I think, you know, that's kind of the formula that doesn't change. We've just got to really go execute. I mean, that's what it comes down to all the time. There's games we played really well, and it's because we've executed, and there's games we haven't, and for whatever reason of lack of focus or whatnot, there's been a lack of execution. So, you know, that's what it comes down to.
Lastly, Coach, you're facing somebody you've coached with in the past, Urban Meyer, who, in his own words, said you are amongst the top 2 or 3 he's ever had on his coaching staff. What do those words mean to you?
You know, really, I think we're all products of our experiences and who we've worked for and worked with, and I've been extremely blessed to be with some great ones, both as head coaches and assistants, and he certainly is that. I think that's proven over time. He's one of the best that's ever coached the game, and so the time we had together, I'll always value and certainly draw back on quite often. It's helped prepare me to be in this position now.
And from Urban Meyer to Jim Harbaugh, they all speak so highly of you, Coach. Thanks so much for the time, and best of luck to you this weekend.
All right, Michelle, thanks for having me on.